A waitress, struggling with her own financial challenges, selflessly covers the bill for a couple in need. Her simple act of kindness sets off a surprising chain of events. Uncover the suspense behind how one decision can stir unexpected ripples in life. Welcome to Tales by Gemini Bay, where we bring the most captivating stories to life. In the small town of Willowbrook, nestled in the heart of Virginia, there lived a young woman named Emily. Emily worked as a cashier at a local diner, a modest place where the townsfolk often gathered for a meal or a chat. The diner wasn't fancy, but it was warm and welcoming, much like Emily herself. She was known around town for her kindness, always ready with a smile or a helping hand. Even though she herself had little to spare, Emily lived in a tiny apartment with her 6-year-old son, Jacob. Since her husband's untimely death 2 years earlier, life had been a constant struggle. Every penny she earned went towards rent, bills, and the essentials. Despite the hardships, Emily never let it show. She was determined to make life as normal and happy as possible for Jacob. One chilly autumn afternoon, as the leaves outside turned vibrant shades of red and gold, an elderly couple walked into the diner. They looked weary, their clothes a bit worn, and their eyes carrying the weight of many burdens. They sat down at a corner table, and Emily approached them with her usual cheerful demeanor. "Good afternoon," she greeted them warmly. "Here's the menu. What can I get for you today?" The couple exchanged glances, their expressions tinged with embarrassment. The man cleared his throat before speaking. We don't have much money today. Could you recommend something that's not too expensive? We've been having some hard times." Emily's heart went out to them. She had seen her fair share of struggle and knew what it was like to be in their shoes. Without missing a beat, she smiled and said, "How about the soup of the day and a sandwich? It's our special, and it's very affordable." The couple nodded gratefully. "That sounds perfect," the woman said softly. "Thank you." Emily hurried to the kitchen to place their order. As she waited for the food, she thought about the little bit of money she had saved up over the past year. It wasn't much, just enough to buy a new winter coat for Jacob and maybe put a little aside for emergencies. But seeing the couple's weary faces, she made a decision. When the food was ready, Emily brought it out to the couple and placed it before them with a warm smile. "Enjoy your meal," she said. The couple ate quietly, savoring each bite as though it was a feast. When they were finished, they asked for the bill. Emily returned to their table, handing them a small envelope instead of the bill. "What's this?" the man asked, puzzled. Emily smiled gently. "Just a little something from me to you," she said before walking back to the counter. Curious, the couple opened the envelope. Inside was a note that read, "I've covered your meal today. Please don't worry about it. We all need a little help sometimes. Take care, and I hope things get better for you soon." Emily. The couple was stunned. Tears welled up in the woman's eyes as she looked at her husband. "I can't believe it," she whispered. "She paid for our meal." They left the diner with full hearts, deeply touched by Emily's kindness. That night, they shared the story on social media, expressing their gratitude and how a small act of kindness had restored their faith in humanity. The post quickly went viral. Thousands of people were moved by Emily's gesture, sharing the story across various platforms. The next morning, as Emily was getting ready for another day at the diner, her phone buzzed incessantly with notifications. Confused, she opened one of the messages and found herself tagged in countless posts. "Emily, the world needs more people like you." Read one comment, "Such a beautiful act of kindness. Thank you for reminding us that goodness still exists," said another. Emily was overwhelmed. She had simply done what she believed was right, never expecting anything in return. As she walked into the diner that morning, she was greeted with a standing ovation from the regular customers and staff. They had all seen the posts and wanted to show their appreciation, but the surprises didn't end there. Later that day, a reporter from the local news station walked into the diner, asking for an interview. Before she knew it, Emily was being featured on the evening news, her story spreading even further. A few days later, a package arrived at the diner. Inside was a brand new winter coat for Jacob, along with a note from a kind stranger who had been touched by Emily's story. For Jacob, to keep him warm this winter. You're raising him right, Emily. Never stop being who you are, the note read. Then came another package, this time with a $500 gift card to the local grocery store. More gifts and letters followed, each one a testament to the impact of Emily's simple act of kindness. One evening, as she was tucking Jacob into bed, Emily received a phone call from a popular talk show host. The host had heard about Emily's story and wanted to invite her on the show. Nervous but encouraged by her friends, Emily agreed. The following week, Emily found herself in a television studio, surrounded by bright lights and cameras. The host introduced her to the audience, recounting her story and how it had touched so many lives. As the interview ended, the host announced that they had a special surprise for Emily. The curtains behind them parted, revealing a brand new washing machine, a luxury Emily had been dreaming of but could never afford. The audience erupted in applause as Emily's eyes filled with tears of gratitude. But that wasn't all. The show had also arranged for a year's worth of groceries, a scholarship fund for Jacob's education, and a small cash prize to help with any other expenses. Emily was speechless. Her small act of kindness had not only brightened the day of an elderly couple but had also brought a cascade of blessings into her own life. As she left the studio, surrounded by new friends and well-wishers, Emily realized that the true reward wasn't the gifts or the money, but the joy of knowing she had made a difference. She had shown her son, and the world, that kindness, no matter how small, can create ripples that touch the lives of many, and so, in the little town of Willowbrook. Emily continued her work at the diner, her heart even more open and her spirit even kinder. She knew that no matter how tough things got, there was always room for a little more kindness in the world. The moral of the story is that a small act of kindness and selflessness can lead to unexpectedly rewarding outcomes. Even when faced with personal challenges, helping others can create ripples of goodwill that may ultimately enrich one's own life in surprising ways. If you enjoyed this story, kindly like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more captivating stories. Don't forget to click the bell icon so you never miss an update. Check out our other videos for more interesting stories and adventures. See you in the next one.